Decentralized finance. If you have tuned into the channel, you know I'm a major supporter of this new wave of tools about to disrupt finance for good. Although these tools are spread across multiple different platforms, dApps, and blockchains, creating silos, when a true DeFi infrastructure should be connected, interoperable, and the assets should be unchained to move free. The legacy financial system has its own problems, which come from its structure. Large institutions are the main trust layer, meaning we have to put our trust into a third party who doesn't have our best interests at heart. Today I would like to introduce to the channel Fusion, who is aiming to solve the major problems facing regular finance and decentralized finance ecosystems. The Fusion blockchain was developed with the aim of ushering in a new way to transact financially on a global scale in the tokenized economy. This is accomplished through their crypto financial platform that is cross-chain, cross-organization, and cross-data source. Fusion has been kind enough to support the channel and sponsor this video. Like always, the details of our agreement can be found in the description of this video. Now let's do what Chico Crypto does best and dive into the guts of the platform and the protocol. This is a general overview of the Fusion architecture, and we will begin with the bottom layer, which includes the consensus and P2P network of nodes. Fusion employs a hierarchical hybrid consensus mechanism, or HHCM. This consensus classifies the computational work of generating and adopting a suitable consensus mechanism in two different layers. The first layer consists of virtual groups of physical nodes that work together to process transactions based on proof of stake, and the group's work does not overlap. All nodes in the network, no matter their stake, can participate for the right to package a transaction block, but the more stake you have, the higher chance your node has to be chosen as a winning node. To become a winning node or a supreme node, you need to have a stake of at least 5K Fusion. This node, as a representative of the node in the below layer group, competes with representatives of other group nodes to finish generation of the block through a proof of work consensus. By combining the advantages of proof of work and proof of stake, HHCM is able to balance safety, efficiency, and scalability of their protocol. The next piece of Fusion tackles blockchain asset security and interoperability. This is the Distributed Control Rights Management System, or DCRM, which is their cross-asset and interoperability protocol. This allows the ability to lock in crypto assets and tokens from other blockchains onto the Fusion blockchain for interaction with other assets, and then locking them out back to their external blockchains. Fusion realizes this approach through the DCRM module, which actually leverages the Fusion blockchain nodes to generate and secure private keys and their respective wallets. Although having a single node controlling an entire private key would be a security risk, so Fusion came up with proprietary private key generation and key sharding to solve this. With key sharding, a private key is divided into several shards, in which each node generates its own piece of the key. The node then generates a shard of the public key through DCRM encryption and checks to see if the proper keys are being submitted by other nodes. This check is similar to the validation of a credit card through public algorithms. If the check passes, then both the private key and public key is generated for the wallet. This allows interoperability of tokens through the encryption data layer by creating and managing token private keys and in turn their wallets in a secure and decentralized way. Now that you have a secure wallet, how do you store and withdraw tokens from the external blockchain? This is accomplished through two processes, lock-in and lock-out. In the lock-in process, a user transfers their chosen assets into the Fusion managed wallet. This transfer grants the Fusion blockchain rights to manage token balances. A one-to-one representation of the external token is created in the form of a Fusion asset. So any differences caused by what technology was used with that specific asset is gone. Only the value and the owner of the asset are represented as fungible concepts. This allows the interoperable exchange of the digitized assets, Bitcoin, Ethereum, ERC20, Fusion assets, and more. With the lockout process, a user transfers their tokens out of the Fusion wallet, which ends Fusion's management of those tokens. Then these relevant tokens are removed completely from the Fusion blockchain to maintain accounting integrity. Now, DCRM technology is being validated and authenticated by some of the crypto industry's most famous and respected researchers, including Pascal Palliere, Rosario Gennaro, Stephen Goldfeder, and Louis Gobin. Moving up into the smart contracts of Fusion, these are heavily crypto financial focused because they are multi-role, multi-token, and tokens can be transferred to another person, while ownership is still held by the token owner. This helps realize complex financial transactions, such as lending between multiple parties, like a home mortgage. The smart contracts are advanced even further through multiple triggering mechanism technology, or MTM. The current implementation of smart contracts and protocols like Ethereum is based on the transfer of ownership of digital assets. The smart contract is triggered by a transfer to the smart contract. With MTM, there are two additional triggering mechanisms besides transactions. This includes time and events. Timing triggering mode means the smart contract can be executed by time conditions, such as a time point or length of time. For example, lending scenarios is typical with swaps across an amount of time, and such smart contracts will be supported by this mode. Event triggering means the smart contract will be executed when a certain event occurs. For example, in automated and quantitative trading, capturing certain events is highly critical. Such smart contracts will be triggered by event mode. The unique blockchain structure and crypto financial smart contracts allow complex financial distributed services, thus allowing crypto financial distributed applications. Since the release of the Fusion white paper, more technical innovations have been released. A major one is the Fusion time lock function. This creates a time-based transaction ledger, and assets can be split up into defined periods. For example, say 10 Fusion tokens are split into different time periods, one from present time until 3 months, and the other from 3 months until 1 year. The split has created two tradable time-based values that are defined by normal parameters like quantity and type of asset, but now a third one is involved, time. This allows various complex financial functions that have yet to be realized by other blockchain systems. For example, a banker's acceptance that concerts the future transfer of payment and interest over a fixed period of time. This is now possible through Fusion without putting trust in a third party. Now, Fusion is walking the walk, not just talking the talk. They have the Fusion Payable Staged Network 2.0, which is a fully functioning network in a staged testing environment. This allows you to test all the exciting features of the network described above, but also includes other groundbreaking features. This includes seamless asset creation and enhancement for users. In the Fusion Wallet application, you can create new assets and set customizable parameters and attributes in the asset creation library without needing any smart contracts. The process is extremely quick and easy. Another groundbreaking tech is quantum swapping of assets. This enables locked-in assets to be quickly exchanged with any other locked-in asset on the blockchain. This exchange is feeless, unrestricted, and the parameters of the swap are in full control of the users. Those time lock functions can be attributed to each asset of the swap, and unlike atomic swaps, they are much more user-friendly and reliable because errors with atomic swaps result in delays, unresolved swaps, and locked funds. If you want to test it out, you can download the Fusion wallet and learn how to set up your own node at fusion.org/psn. And for your testing of the network, you can actually earn Fusion ERC20 rewards, which have value, not just P Fusion, which are test tokens and have no monetary value. We spoke about the distributed services and dApps that can be made by these technologies, but let's look at one of their mass adoption real-world partnerships that is in the works. Fusion has teamed up with the Automotive exchange platform to put 10 million used cars on the Fusion blockchain. They're doing this to reduce fraud and provide innovative financing options to the auto industry. In March, they released the proof of concept, which provided functionality to create a person asset, a vehicle asset, and a loan asset. The concept will allow loans to be linked to vehicles and persons in a decentralized distributed way. Also, the loan cash flows will be modeled through Fusion time locks and quantum swaps. Very exciting stuff to see and is actual real-world adoption. Well, viewers, the financial ecosystem Fusion is building is something to behold, especially if you are a fan of decentralized finance like myself. The interoperability and ease of use will allow Fusion to penetrate many business sectors, and some of those business use cases are being explored as we speak. What will be the next one? We will have to wait and see. Cheers. I'll see you next time.